Hello, everybody. Welcome to this tour in this bed and breakfast house in Marianna, Florida. This is called the Hinson House. Exteriorly designed as Craftsman style, but interiorly it is Victorian style. Very warm and romantic and charming and very old worldly. Towards the right, by the way, to the right side, this is you saw the curio and then the stone fireplace over there, the brick fireplace. And over here to the other side, you will see another curio cabinet of model airplanes. The owner apparently is a pilot and was in the Air Force. By the way, let's speak in British accent if we can, because let's just have fun, okay? There's no crime in it. Okay, so there you go. This is um, the receiving area, and you've got the, like I said, fireplace and the bits and bobs over there at the top of the mantelpiece. And um, I'd like to show you this little tile work over here, embossed stone. I like it. I think that depicted the house in its first iteration. And let's proceed over here. So you can see that lamp over there. That's one of those Gone with the Wind type Gilded Age as well lamps. And as you saw the table over there, very nice marble top. And the wooden secretary right there, popular, antique, with accordion doors. And the sconces over there with the tassels, fabric over there. Very Victorian indeed, with that warm romantic style. And let's proceed to the parlor area. The piano to the left. By the way, that's the receiving area of the bed and breakfast. And this is the parlor area. Right. And you've got a table, of course, for everybody to congregate and talk amongst themselves. And those are the sofa sets. And there again, those fabric lampshades, very nice, and this antique cabinet or entertainment center, I should say. And there's that snowdrop type of a lamp that is standing lamp over there, and with a flower fixture, as you can see. And they've got antique Reader's Digest from the 1960s as well as the 1950s. And they've even got a Life magazine with JFK on the cover. And over there, that's the piano. I played with it. Here along is a double globe lampshade, they call it. Also still in the Gilded Age of America. And here's this Tiffany wall sconce as well, Tiffany glass wall sconce. I love it. And just look at the French windows all around that illuminates the entire room. Oh, there's somebody there. That is the transom. I'm sorry, a transom, which allows light into the inner areas of the house. Grand houses have those. And that, of course, porcelain lamp over there with the beautiful Victorian details. Just look at the giant windows over here that allows all the light to just come into the room, entire first floor almost. And look at this window levers of some sort. And you, I suppose, pull it to the right and it opens, pull it to the left and it closes. I don't know if it still works. And have a look at these medallions that accentuate the chandeliers over there. That there is a modern fan light fixture. It's not Victorian really, and it's very Florida as well. And once again, this Gilded Age antique lamp, and this is their welcome stand where instructions are written for the guests to read, supposing nobody's there to greet them. And just look at the scale of the ceilings as well as the entire room. Probably 15 feet, very tall, very high. And that's another of those secretaries shelves that you can have. And I like these plates, this switch on and off plates that are in these grand houses, germane to them. And look at this covered looking thing with the mirror and the decorations that are on top of it. And here is another curio cabinet or china cabinet with a vast collection of salt and pepper shakers. That's an oil lamp over there. There's books all over. And I'd like you to have a look at this place is also filled with books, which I really enjoyed staying here. And look at the wall arts and wall lithographs that they have, drawings, paintings. And this vase depicting a family scene right there. And there's a glimpse of one room over there. Now, this is the Sadie Suite. Sadie, by the way, was the name of the wife of the original owner, the builder of this house, named James Hinson. And this house was built in 1922 in the Craftsman style, like I said, but interiorly through and through Victorian, very romantic. Look at this overhead canopy embroidery in this four-poster bed. It's beautiful. And look at those lamps with the tassels, fabric lamps with the tassels, and that dresser, antique, undoubtedly, once again. And the lace work and embroidery work over here. And look at the single chairs, also has that old rose type of coloring. Look at this wardrobe, very nice antique. It's got the drawers and the full length mirror, and the drapery are lace. I like them. They are very charming and romantic once again. And look at that spindle. According to the manager, that spindle was owned by the owner's great grandmother. And this vintage portraits, I like them. You never know who they were, but I'm sure they existed. And this house is filled with these double globe lamps from the Gilded Age with hand painted florals on them. It's actually large in real life, for like a bedside lampshade. And as you can see, the scale of the bedside round bedside table compared to the lamp, it almost occupies it all. And more wall paintings. Look at that portrait of a religious girl, kind of very serious and somber behind the. And here now is the fireplace of this room. I really like it. It's very small, and you've got this fan covering that prevented the embers from escaping from the fireplace, and that there's cast iron. Must have been the original cast iron fire place over there. And I like the tiling work. They look like Moroccan tiles. They look modern. And look at the mantle and the carvings there. Or the feminine type touches as well. Look at the mantle with the flowers, and of course the mirror. And it's a perfect vignette picture over here of the canopy, four-poster bed with the chairs, and all the old world vintage decorations. I still can't get over that lace work over there. It must have taken quite a lot of days to make by hand, to complete by hand. So let's enter the bathroom of this bedroom. Each bedroom has bathrooms. I don't believe those tiles are vintage. They look like they were new and modern. They were the honeycomb style, but black and white. And they're wall paintings and a pedestal sink. That looks modern to me. And I like this very nice artistic touches, even with the toilet paper. And there's a shower. No bathtub here. Not the old-timey one. But it's good to be clean. Look at this medicine cabinet. They are deep. These days, the medicine cabinets are just very short and plasticky. But that one is real wood. And Here's the window. This is in romantic pink, and of course, by the way, these are real hardwood floors. Original to the house, still original to the house. Once again, focusing on this, the brazing, as well as the design of the mantle of the fireplace. Let's try to open this. Oh no, yeah, it's closed. We can't go there. By the way, the owner has said to us it's okay for us to walk about. We're the only guests right now for the next 2 days in this place. And the owner said, go ahead and do a walkabout and visit the rooms. They're very hospitable. They're very charming. That, southern charm that they have. And let's go to this hallway and check out what's on that other area. Of course, wall art is filled with that. And this is the library room with single chairs and the appropriate lamps with the nice lampshades. And you open this door with the lacy curtains as well and drapery. You open the Roman shade, is what I did, so that there will be illumination. And these maps, that's gold plated of the old world maps here. There are nice cartographic art over there, and that's full length mirror. And here we've got it's like a revolving type of bookshelf. I saw this before, like in Barnes and Nobles. Maybe they got one. By the way, those books, look at them. They're Russian lit, except for The Day of the Jackal. They have Tolstoy and Pasternak. And I like this one. It's a bird cage, but instead of birds, they put this little bits and bobs that depict nature scene. I like that rotatory revolving bookcase. I wish I had one. Of course, they've got, like I said, the drapery. And if you open this window, by the way, this is in the main drag, but still, when you come inside, it's like you're transported. I like these tables as well. They're antique wood. They're probably oak. I am not a wood connoisseur. And this is the powder room. Let's go check it out. Let's go have a look. I like the batten boarding. Look at that. Batten boarding at the bottom, and then paint to complete that two-tone look. And look at this Art Nouveau artwork on the wall over there. Very nice. And the door stopper. Tulip door stoppers. It is late spring after all, going on summer. And let's go continue on. And this is actually like the second part from the entrance, where there's more. That's the staircase going upstairs, obviously. And the carpet, I like the rugs and the carpets. They're vintage and they're very thick and cushiony. And this looks modern. I don't think this is antique, but yet it houses all the china, the glassware. This is the coffee cupboard. This is the coffee station. I like this style as well. Looks with the marble top over there, and it's a coffee station. And I think it's either Roman or Art Deco carvings over there. Maybe Roman because of the circles, and maybe Art Deco because of the circles. That's the door, and another transom which allows the light into this area here. And I like it that they don't try not to leave a wall empty. This here is the old-timey key cupboard. Looks like the supplies. Let's not bother that. Okay, so this is like the first part of the kitchen. It has a sink, and look at the tiling work over there. It looks Spanish or Portuguese like. That one is not really vintage, as I can imagine. The cupboard, that is. Look at the tin on top, the tins, or I should say, They look kind of old. They've patina on them already. I don't know if they've been here since the 1920s, but they are of tea, coffee, biscuits, those tins. I like it that they put that there as a decoration. By the way, this part there, all the guests can come over, and like last night, there were a lot of biscottis, and we raided the biscottis for last night, and they apparently replenished it now. And I like the attention to their fabric, use of fabric in this house. Look at the gingham to the windows, and over here, this runner that they have, which is springy, very welcoming, and the gingham curtain. Look at this pipes. They're heavy metal pipes, which I imagine goes from upstairs, the lavatories from upstairs down to here, and then to the drainage, obviously. And I like that antique sink right there. It's small by today's standards, but it's porcelain. And this wall sconce, which is an oil lamp. At first, I thought that it was gaselier, that they were gaselier lamps, but on the close inspection, it's not. It is oil lamp. It's an oil lamp. Be our guest, right there. Cool. Be our guest. This one is not really very old. I imagine this kind of spigot has been there since the 70s. But look, if you're washing the dishes, there's going to be your seam over there. And the red and white gingham curtains, I like them because they warm up the place. And have a look at the parlor from this angle, and the staircase on this angle as well. They have one landing. But before going upstairs, let's look at this doorknob. Pay attention to this doorknob because it's petrified plastic, or it's not crystal. It could be. I don't know. I haven't researched that one yet. This is the chiller to the left, and that's not vintage. This is the dining room for the guests to eat at, and we're the only guests right now. So look at the table for two, the setting for table for two. Setting for two, plating for two. um, we're gonna enjoy. Okay, look at this wall. According to the manager, this dining china set, was owned by the owner's great grandmother, and they dined on special occasions on these plates. And let's have a look at the paintings here. Whatever is depicted. Typically, if they depict leisure, if they depict playfulness, that's a rococo. But if they depict work and toiling, it's at wall. But I suspect this is not French or English. I suspect this is a Theodore Haviland, which was very common during the Gilded Age time. I believe this very nice company that made this very good quality plates, china and plates. Theodore Haviland. Look at that high chair for babies. I don't know if babies are allowed here because typically in antique houses like these ones, babies aren't allowed, or I should say 12 and under aren't allowed. Here is a vignette that I really like as well. The antique cabinet dresser thing over here. I like this vignette. It looks French country with all the lavenders and the hydrangeas right here. And those pyramid-looking things, rounded pyramid-looking things, which look like Christmas trees, but they decorated it in toile. I believe it's toile fabric. And this tile, which looks antique, you can even see the grooves and In real life, it has patina. You can tell old and new. And that tile is 12. And with this matching water vase, pitcher vase, where people would clean themselves because there was no running water. So, no running water. So they did that. And have a look at the drapery. I like it. It's look at that. They really paid attention here. And of course the moldings of the walls to make it even more lovely. This is the bathroom. We're actually going to go to another first floor room called the porch room, but it's single occupancy only. This bathroom is shared. No, I suppose this is the designated bathroom for the porch room. As you can see, there's a nice shower with a bathtub and a pedestal sink. It's very clean, very comfortable, very quality accommodations, and got that windowsill, which you want to cover when you're showering, obviously. I like the mint color here that, translates to the other room. And this dresser with the swiveling mirror is nice. This is a single bed or twin bed. Whoops. And this is the doorway. It's raining right now, showering a little bit. And that's all the way to the porch. You can hang out in. And look at this wardrobe, or maybe entertainment center, maybe wardrobe. It's Art Deco. It's not. And there's a transom with a tile. What is that? Stained glass work again. And outside the window here is privacy awning. Oh yeah. And of course here again those windows that open with the brass thing. This is the bed, which has the quilt bedding, comforter, duvet covers, and look at the shiplap here. This is still from the original, I hazard to say, because the distance between each shiplapping is narrow, as opposed to the shiplaps of today. The ones of late are wide. And if you want this narrow thing, you have to really go to antique houses or old world houses to get them, and refurbish them and reuse them is what I think. Pedestal sink, beveled mirrors, antique mirrors. I like the antique mirrors. I am charmed by this table. You can tell that, with the patina that's there, it's antique. It has been used. There's a dip even at the center. I wonder if this is one where you can expand. But regardless, I like the charm of it and the rustic look of it. I wish I had one once again. And look at that, half of a cupboard thingy. That unit is also antique, and the grain of the wood, you can tell it's very old world feel. And pay attention to this mirror. Have a look at it. The work, the carving of the design here, and it looks like one of those triptych type mirrors that are divided, very vintage and antique indeed. All attention to detail. Now, this is the staircase, and let's first look at this. It's like a spin top accent from the Newell first step post. It's wood, original wood, antique wood, and look at those triangles that are in the corners to perhaps prevent the dust from settling in the corners. You know what I mean? Those farm animals in a dachshund, or a terrier, I mean. And look at this balustrade and banisters upstairs going. And there's another spin top accent design here in the landing by this here. landing. And so let's go upstairs and pay attention to the detail of the boards over here, original wood. And yes, I like the molding and the design of the molding. Original wood antique balustrade here. And that's the room when we come up. Let's discuss that room later. But first, let us look at that second floor salon or parlor. Look at that. It's like a hat aficionado's dream. But look at this art on this wall depicting flowers and that wardrobe over there. Those are photographs, modern, they're not antique. And look at this fuchsia magenta colored old rose, pink, variations of pink carpet. And look at the raggedy dolls and the Amish looking chairs over there. Before we go visit that room, let's look at this. These hats here. It's like Amelina lived here. This hat, for example, with this woman. I like the hat, and she has a mink coat, not long, but still mink. Yes, yes, it's from an animal mink. It's not faux. They always say that if you have an animal mink, it keeps you warm, but if it's faux fur, it doesn't keep you warm. And this one is a Seurat type of a painting in a Parisian scene, I'm guessing. Seurat Impressionist painting. And these plates are feminine and a collection. And look at this, I like this. This is very notable, this art with the Baroque frame. But look at the handkerchiefs, the embroidered handkerchiefs and the gloves over there. Also, you have that mother and daughter painting scene, artwork. And here is some Art Nouveau postcards, framed into this hooks that you can use. And look at that wall type sculptures of two ladies in the Gilded Age era, or Victorian, Gilded Age America, Victorian in England. Look at the milliners' hats, milliners' boxes over there. There's a Singer sewing machine. I won't dare open that. I don't have the authorization. Look at the hats. Let's begin with the hats. Straw hats at first, but first this one. Look at this original, very unique hat with the feathers all around. Feathers of game birds, perhaps the pheasants, turkeys, the chickens, roosters as well. And look at that sophisticated straw hat. Sophisticated Susie, gardener Susie, sophisticated Susie. Who do you like? And look at this suede. I like this suede 1920s type hat with the stitching there. And look at this mannequin head. It's plaid. It's Scottish. I don't know what clan though. Maybe the Campbells. Look at this parasol. This lacy embroidery parasol. I'm not going to open that. It might get broken, but let's make it stand so that people can take notice of it. And have a look at this. Very nice. Have a look at this wall fixtures that wherein you can hang those hats, display the hats. I promise you, all of these items must have been from a hat shop. And look at this bridal. My guess is this is a bridal type of a hat as well, with the embroidered and sequined lilies with the muslin flowers over there. And whoops, let's make it stand like that so that it's viewed more clearly and admired more clearly. And look at this diaphanous type of hat. This is really common, but that one is beautiful because it's wide brimmed, and all the hats with the nettings still all over. And this one, yeah, that's the one with net. Very common, I'd like to say, in the 20s. And this one is from the 70s. It looks like I can see Diane Keaton wearing that hat. And the one with the red looks like a gondolier's hat. And what else? Oh, I like those top hats. And that one is clearly for a woman. Perhaps during the times when they were allowed to go with the men to hunt, uh, horseback riding, women wearing suits and cravats, very tailored suits, and their yard purse, but they were skirt yard purse. I like it. I like that one. I'd like to own one. And this is a Gilded Age photograph of a very feminine woman. That actually there is a tin poster from Sears and Roebuck, or just commonly known as Sears today. Look at that. This is how you dress. For $2.75, you can dress elaborately like that. And these romantic portraits over there reminds me of the Mills and Boon drawings. And this lavender straw hat, good for the tea parties. Oh, look, a cowboy Australian hat like. That one is not really a hat at all, it's just a head fixture. Probably for bridesmaids. And I like this velvety, feathery hat as well. That one, the German looking ones with the pheasant feather accent all around. Now let's check out this dainty, beautiful lady with the red hat, red boa feather, red rose bag, and polka dot dress. She's pretty and very feminine. And her red shoes, of course. I dare not wear that. There's no place like home, clicking my heels. No place like home. I might despair. And this hat stand, furthermore, display stand, and more lampshades. And look at this table. I like the carvings. It's the inverse scallop carvings. I imagine that the women will sit here and congregate and play bridge while the men downstairs smoke their cigars. And look at this German-inspired Pied Piper German velvet hat in green. I think this is my most favorite, if not the number one, the number two favorite hat within all of these collections. And I like that one. It's kind of original. Oh, look at this hat. I recall Princess Diana having one of those hats in the winter time in one of his photos. And those are the quilts. I like the quilts too. Good collection. Okay, this is the Eli Siegler room. Now, Eli Siegler, I think, were the second owners that bought the house and developed the house after the Hinsons. So this is the bathroom, which has a bathtub ready for your bubble bath, sir. Would you like a bubble bath, sir? Or a shower, sir? So this is the suite. I think this is the largest of the rooms. It has, and this is the view coming out of the Siegler room onto the parlor once again. And that is the room facing the staircase going down. Look at this hallway. Now, the room is to the left is our room, and we're not going to explore that because we've been here since yesterday, and it's not quite presentable. I like this Tiffany-looking leopard-shaded lamp here with that Roman Corinthian revival table type deal. And yeah, once again, these moldings, very nice. Okay, so this is I forgot this room, the name of this room, but this is the most modern room of all the rooms that's here, with the bold stripe paintings over there and maroon in color. And let's look at the paintings. The paintings remind me of the Bonnie Boy Blue paintings of the little boys, except they're not wearing blue, obviously. Look at the portrait of the girl holding the cat that doesn't want to be held. And again with the Gilded Age lamps, crystal lamps, hand painted. And you see this bed headboard. It's designed to have a weaved look over there. It's like tropical to me, like Bahamian, like Tommy Bahama themed, this one, but still very nice. This is actually a queen. Um, I chose the room that I chose because that's the only thing I think that has the king size bed. That's why I liked it. But the others are pretty. And look at that wardrobe over there. Very nice. I think it's Art Deco or Art Nouveau. And I like that they make use of these crocheted table covers. I like that. It's also very romantic. And really, this whole place is transporting me to the old world, like in a romantic place that I may never want to leave. And let's have a peek at the bathroom with the hooks over there. And again, those antique doorknobs, petrified plastic, multifaceted. And again with the swivel mirrored dresses. Here is the bathtub, of course, the shower curtain. It's really cool to bathe in these, very narrow though, very small, but cast iron and clawfoot bathtub, which they painted cream or beige or something. And I don't think they're planning to have a bath here, bubble bath, because they have that non-skid mat for the floor. And of course, pedestal sink and the beveled mirrors, scalloped beveled mirrors. And don't you like the slope of that? The slant of the ceiling. I like it. I'm really charmed by this house. Right. And yeah, let's have a look one more time at the upstairs area before we head down once again. Yes, this is a very welcoming place. The owners are hospitable. They even talk to you. They like conversations. But let me see. Let's check if our room is presentable. No, I better not. Right, so I think we're about to conclude. Okay, let's go downstairs. You've already seen almost the entire house. There's really nothing to explore in the outside. The outside, like I said, is in the main drag, and it's busy. It's modern life, but in here you're transported to the old world. I like how the owners paid attention to small details and how they lovingly fixed up this whole place for whoever visits so they can enjoy and they can just be immersed in a Victorian interior as how it should be. And the food, the breakfast food, and the availability of food, they spoil you here. We certainly were spoiled when we were here. I mean, spoiled as in. So it's a grand house and I hope you liked it. Ta-ta.